students, now in this video we are going to discuss about 12th standard computer science chapter 6 control structures part 2. In the previous video we discussed about what is meant by control structure, what are the different types of control structures available in Python. Yes, what are the different types of control structure? Sequential, branching, iteration. Okay, so we discussed what is meant by sequential control structure and what is meant by alternative control structure. And that alternative control structure we discussed only simple if statement. Now in this video we are going to discuss about if else statement and if elif statements. Okay students, now we can go for the if else statement. So the if else statement provides control to check the true black as well as the false black. That is, this statement is having alternative branches. Either it can execute a true black or it can be executing a false black. Okay. So the syntax for if else statement is if condition statements black 1 else statement black 2. Okay. So if the condition is true, then statements black 1 will be executed. When the condition is false, it directly goes to the statements black 2. That is, it skip the true black. When the condition is true, then it skip the else black. When the condition is false, then it skip the true black and execute only the else black. Okay. So depending upon the condition, it can execute either the true black or the false black. Okay. Not both the blacks can be executed. Based on the condition, it can execute any one of the statements. Okay. Now you can see the flow chart for the if else statement. We know what is meant by flow chart. Flow chart is used to specify the flow of execution of the computation. Flow of execution by using the pictures. Okay. So using the pictures, you can specify what is the computation path is known as flow chart. Okay. Now we just enter into the program and check the condition. If the condition is true, then it execute the statement black 1. If the condition is false, then it execute the statement black 2. So here any one of the path only executed, either the statement 1 or the statement 2. Okay. After this execution, it comes to the exit. Exit means it exit from the program code. Okay. So the oval shape is used to represent entry and exit point, and then dimension shape is used to represent the condition, and then circle is used to give the connector. Okay, so we already learned symbols and why we are using the symbols in 11th standard itself. Okay, now you can see the example program for if else statement. In this program we are going to check whether the given number is odd number or even number. Okay, first you want to get a number, so you want to read value from the user. Which functions are used? The input function is used to get the value from the user. Okay, so a equal to input enter any number. So if you are using only input function to read value from the user, it considered as a string data. Okay, so you must convert the string data into the integer type, because we are going to check whether the number is a even number or odd number. For converting string data into integer data type, which function is used? Int function. Okay, for that only here the statement can be written as a equal to int within bracket input within bracket enter the value for enter any number. Okay, so now in this statement we are getting the value for a, and then you have to check whether this number is a even number or odd number. Okay, so if a modulus 2 is equal to 0, modulus operator is used to provide the remainder value. So when you want to check whether the number is even number or odd number, how we can do? We just divide that number by 2. If you get the remainder is 1, then you can say this is a odd number. So when you get the remainder is 0, then you can say this is a even number. Okay, so you want to compare the remainder value. For that only we are using the modulus operator here. If a modulus 2 is equal to 0, when this condition is true, then the given number is even number. Okay, so that you can use a print statement. Print a comma within double quotes is an even number. Here a is a variable name. So A, it show the value stored in that A. If for example we are giving the input 56, okay, so 56 is an even number. You can print the value like this, okay, else. So when the condition is false, then it goes to the else block. Print A comma is an odd number, okay. Here is an odd number is a message and A is the variable. We already learned now 4 different types of syntax for print statement. Print variable comma string prompt, okay. Here variable is A comma string prompt is an odd number, okay. Now you can see the inputs. Enter any number. We are passing the input 56. 56 modulus 2. What is the remainder value you can get? A remainder is 0. So what is the quotient value? 1, 8. Okay, 18 is the quotient value. 2 2s are 4. 2 2s are 4. 2 remainder is 1, 8. 28 is the quotient value and the remainder value is 0. So here we are compare the remainder value alone. 0 equal to 0. Condition is true. Condition true means it execute the print statement, that is 56 is an even number, okay. And then see the next input. Enter any number 67. Your input is 67. 67 modulus 2. What is the remainder value? It gives the remainder is 1. So 1 equal to 0. The condition is false. So when the condition is false, the control automatically transfer to the else block, okay. It print the value 67 is an odd number, okay. Now is it clear how the if else statement can be executed? Yes, okay. Now we move for the next one, that is we can also use alternative method to do this if else process, that is variable equal to variable 1 if condition else variable 2. That is in the single statement we can also do the if else statement. An alternative method to retrieve the above program is also available in Python. Complete if else can also written as variable equal to variable 1 if condition else variable 2. So the condition specified in the if is checked. If it is true, the value of variable 1 is stored in variable on the left side. So see this syntax. When the condition is true, then it store variable 1 value to the variable. When the condition is false, it store the variable 2 value into the variable. Okay, is it clear? Okay, now you can see one the alternative method example for if else statement. Now first we get the value for A. For that we are using A equal to int input enter any number. So x equal to even if A modulus 2 equal to 0 else odd. So say this, the if else statement can be replaced in the single statement. So when the condition is true, it store the value even into x. When the condition is false, it store the value odd into the x. Okay. So x equal to even. Even is a message. That's why we are specified within the double quotes. If A modulus 2, here we are checking the condition whether the value of A modulus 2 is equal to 0. Okay. So if it is equal to 0, then it store even to x. Otherwise, it store the message odd to x. So print A is x. So enter, see the output, enter any number. We are giving the input is 3. So 3 is odd. The number 3 modulus 2, what is the output you can get? You get the value 1. 1 is not equal to 0. So it execute the else block. So 3 is odd. Else block means what is the message is given? Odd. Odd will be stored in the x. So see this print statement, A is x. What is the value stored in A? 3. Yes, what is the value stored in x? Odd. Odd will be printed. Okay. So 3 is odd. And then see the output to enter any number. Now we are going to give the value 22. Okay. So 22 modulus 2 is equal to 0. Condition is true. Condition true means it store the message even into x. Okay. So we get the output 22 is even. Okay. Is it clear? Okay students, now we move for the nested if elif statement. Elif else statement. In C++ we learned else if. The else if statement is specified as elif in Python. Okay. So when we need to construct a chain of if statement, that is if you want to construct more than one if statement, if else if statement, then we can use if elif statements. Okay. can be used instead of else statement. Now you can see the syntax for if else statement. If condition 1 statement black 1 will be executed, if condition 2 statements black 2, else statements black n. Okay, that is we can go for any number of if statement. Here only one condition, the if statement must be end with the else statement. Okay, so see this expansion explanation for syntax. In the syntax of if else mentioned above, condition 1 is tested. If it is true, then statement 1 will be executed. Okay, otherwise the control checks condition 2. Condition 2 is true, then statement 2 will be executed. Okay, so when this condition is also false, automatically it executes the else part of the program. Okay, is it clear? So if it is true, statement black 2 is executed, and even if it is fails, that is both condition 1 and condition 2 is false, then the statement else statement black can be executed. Okay, now we can see the flow chart for if statement. So it first check the condition. When the condition is true, body of the if statement can be executed, or when the condition is false, then it goes to the next test expression, a test expression of if. When this condition is also true, it executes the body of if statement, otherwise it goes to the body of else statement. So this is the execution process for if statement. Okay, if else statement. Now you can see the example for this one. Is it clear to all? Okay, so if I told if is the expansion of else if statement. Okay, if class combines if, else, if else statements to one if else. Okay, so can be considered to be the abbreviation of else if. How we can abbreviate for this else if? In an if statement, there is no limit of if class that can be used, but an else class, if used, should be placed at the end. Okay, so you must place else statement at the end of the if else if black. Okay, now you can see the example program for this. In this program, we are going to print a grade based on their marks. Okay, so first we can get a mark. We are going to get 2 marks, mark 1 and mark 2. M1, M2 are the variables is used to mark the 2 subject marks. Okay, first subject marks is stored in M1. So M1 equal to int input enter mark in first subject. M2 is equal to int input enter mark in second subject. Okay, so average, we are going to find the average. How we can find out? Total mark divided by number of subjects. No, here M1 plus M2. M1 is the first subject mark, M2 is the second subject mark. So M1 plus M2 divided by 2. We are going to find the average mark. Now here compare your average mark and then you print a grade. Okay, so if average greater than or equal to 80, then print grade as A. Okay, so your average mark is greater than 80, then your grade is A. Otherwise, if your average mark is greater than or equal to A, 70 and less than 80. Okay, so greater than or equal to 70 and less than 80 means your grade is B. If maybe your mark less than that, if average greater than or equal to 60 and average less than 70, then your grade is C. Okay, we just apply the condition in your question itself. The conditions are given. When you get the grade A, B, C, D, E, that's all. Okay, so we just apply this condition in the programming language. How we can apply? By writing the if statement. If statement is used to check the condition. Okay, so when you get the C grade, if average greater than or equal to 60 and average less than 70, your mark between 60 to 70, then you can print grade as C. Okay, so if your mark is range between 50 to 60, okay, average greater than or equal to 50 and average less than 60 means your grade is D, print grade D, else automatically you print the grade as E. Okay, so in this statement we see if we are using else statement. We can use more than one else statement. There is no limit for else statements. Then it must end with the else statement. Okay, at last we have placed else. So there is no condition is satisfied, then automatically it comes to the else block and execute the statements. Okay, print grade E. So output 1, enter mark is first subject 34. Here we are going to enter the mark. First subject mark is 34 and second subject mark is 78. So we get the grade 34 plus 78. What is the total? 12, 2, remainder is 1, 8, 10, 11, 112. 112 divided by 2, what we get? 5, 6, 56 marks. Okay. So your grade is D. 56 marks means it comes under the category of 50 to 60. So your grade is D. Okay. Is it clear, ma? So this is the example for if statement used in Python programming language. So in the next class we discuss about the next topic. Thank you, students.